the Comeback Chronicles. Resilience is a superpower, especially in LA. Let's dive into it. So, comebacks aren't fireworks, okay? They're like tiny daily sparks that refuse to go out. I learned this the hard way, okay? Health issues, career pauses, grief that shows up uninvited and won't leave. You know that moment when the world goes quiet and your mind says, "Are we done?" And your soul says, "We're just beginning." When I was re entering the grind after treatment, my stamina was a question mark. I was not up there. I was very tired. It caused fatigue. And I was out of the scene for quite a while, a few months. And I had half days that felt like marathons. So I built a comeback plan like a comedian writes a set, one bit, one breath, one room at a time. So I have what I call the comeback toolkits. And I'm going to give you the tea what that is. And it applies not just to the entertainment business, but I think it applies to life or anything you do. So, first of all, micro wins, one step at a time. I always say that. Book one show, edit one clip, email one human, and just pat yourself in the back. Okay. Number two, boundaries with glam. If it drains you, it doesn't deserve you, even if it's good for exposure. Frostbite is also exposure. So yeah. So the exposure lie, which is okay if it's a huge show, but it's like this exposure. I am done. I hate that word because, so many times they book you on gigs and just it's exposure. Who cares? If I'm going to expose myself, I want to get paid. Okay. All right. Rituals over willpower. This I do the same pre-show routine every time. Breath, mantra, water. Let your body carry you when your mind is tired. I have another little comeback tool, and I call it grace breaks. 5 minutes of eyes closed, hand on heart after a set. Integrate the win. Don't sprint past your own joy. So that what that is basically being in the moment, living in the now. Enjoy now, okay? And another, this is number 4, no 5 of the comeback toolkit. Choose your audience. I used to think that the more different people that you had, the better. No. Mm-mm. Choose your audience, who you're vibing with, on stage and online. If they sneer at your truth, they're not your people. Release them with love and a mute button, and then you block them. That's my favorite thing to do sometimes, blocking bad juju people. Bye, Felicia. And Beal does that too. She loves that. All right. So one night, let me tell you something. One night I did a set where my timing was half a beat off. Not bad. It was just not me. I wasn't on. I wasn't like 100% there. I went home ready to spiral. And then I decided, no, no, tonight was just a rep. It's a rehearsal. I wrote 3 tags. I tightened the transition. I slept. The next night, I crushed. Comebacks love consistency more than intensity. Also, this industry forgets quickly, so remind it. Not desperately, not loudly. Just keep showing up until your presence becomes the algorithm. How many people were famous and then just were forgotten? And look at the Kardashians. They're like perfect example of just they keep staying in the public eye, staying relevant in their own way. And that's why they never go away. They'll never go away. Like Belle would say, baby, a setback is just a plot twist for people with main character energy. Yeah, preach, Belle. Go for it. Come on. That's right. It's a dip in the journey, a setback in the journey. It's part of the journey. So embrace it. What the hell? I used to be so competitive with myself, and now I'm like, okay, having a little setback, it's okay. Even when I had cancer, it's like, okay, I'll use this time to reflect, to become more spiritual, to watch spiritual videos, to write some jokes or write how I feel, not even jokes, how I feel about all this whole bullshit that I'm going through, this cruel treatment, right? So if you're listening in your own comeback, if you're just listening now and you're like in your own comeback thing, right? Here's your permission slip. Take up space again, not because you deserve it, because you are it. Your breath is your receipt. All right. Let's do a little mid reflection here. Mid show reflection. I'm going to put it up right there. And I'm going to put again, please go to the State of Grace shop and go ahead and browse. And also, I have an Amazon store, an influencer store. All my favorite things, they're all like the most natural, organic, or fun things just in general. You can order from my store and you can see what my favorite things are. I used to send Amazon links all the time. I still do because I'm the Amazon queen. I order from Amazon all the time. So go ahead and check it out and see if you like anything you can order from the store and help me out a little bit. A little bit. You know what I mean? Now it's not like huge help, but it helps. Since I gave you the push to go take a look at it and maybe you'll find something that you'll like. All right. So mid-show reflection. Okay. Let's pause together. Okay. Put your hand over your heart. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. And say it with me. I don't need permission to be powerful and kind at the same time. I don't need permission to be powerful and kind at the same time. All right. We have some fan questions. Fan question number 1. How do you handle rejection without losing your mind? Okay, let me take a sip of water. How do you handle rejection without losing your mind? I schedule it, truly. I give myself a 20-minute drama window. I cry, I pace, write a roast of the situation. I never post. And then I do one tiny action that moves me forward. That's it. Rejection is not the end of the world. It's just it's not even a setback. It's a little bump on the road. Who cares? All the rejections eventually will lead to a yes. All the no's will lead to a yes. That's the way life works. Fan question number 2. How do you know if a gig is worth it? Okay. For me, if it's 3 of these, 5, I'm good. Money, mission, mentorship, material, good for your set, or magical, your gut says so. Yes. If it's only exposure, expose them to your, neighbor. No. Exposure is overrated. Trust me, because I've done so much shit for exposure. It never serves me at all. Unless even when I went on the Steve Harvey show that I was a relationship coach, that didn't lead to anything, to be honest. It was just like, I just put it on my credit. So big whoop. All right. Fan question number 3. What if I'm starting late? You mean late in life? I guess that's what they mean. Late compared to who, honey? Like time is a construct. Remember that. It's not real. And Hollywood is really hallucination. It's a complete hallucination. Your timing is divine. Start messy. Who cares? But start now. Start when your heart tells you to start. That's the most important thing. Follow your heart. Who cares? I started comedy, when I was not that young, and I don't care. I love it. I don't give a shit what people think. I just want to help other people and spread joy. And now, after all these years in Hollywood, what I'm doing is truly what I was meant to do. I think being in Hollywood here in LA was just training for me. It was just learning the business, learning how it works, which helps me a lot on how I do my YouTube and my whole thing. Um, and it was experienced. I experienced so many things that I would not have experienced had I stayed in New Orleans. So there you go.